From the heart of Houston, it's fun, it's engaging, it's Chattin' with Chelsea. She's Daytime's new bestie. Here's your host, Chelsea Edwards. Come back to me.
Somebody said I need to try getting low. That's about as low as I can go, okay? Welcome to another Chattin' with Chelsea. I'm your daytime bestie, Chelsea Edwards. So happy to have you here with me today. And today is, oh baby, it's a good episode. We are helping you if you are having a baby, thinking about having a baby, know somebody who's having a baby or had a baby. Oh, we're covering all the things. We got an expert in with some hacks to actually help that baby get to sleep or help it deal with gas, all of that. I mean, not hacks for you, but for the baby. Also, did you know, this is something I just found out, you could get your back adjusted while you're pregnant and even if you're in labor. Can you believe it? So we have a chiropractor in who's going to show us how that works. Not the labor part. We aren't having any Chat with Chelsea babies. Not today, at least. All right. So a little Chelsea chat for you today. You know, a lot of women are waiting to have kids nowadays, you know, for their careers, for their education. It's also really expensive, the cost of living. So we're seeing more women wait. I was one of those women. I got pregnant when I was 36 years old. And you know, the medical field, they like to slap this term on you called geriatric pregnancy. That's what they called it. Now, my doctor, he was nice enough to say that he was not using that term. It's a bit outdated. It makes you feel very old. And he didn't have concerns about me being at risk for different things. I was healthy, still very active. But technically, I guess I was a geriatric pregnant mom. So anyway, he said I was fine. The pregnancy went great. The birth went great. But I wish he would have warned me about being a geriatric mom of a toddler because it is rough. It's a little rough out here. You guys know I have one son. So that means that I am his playmate. And the other day, he wanted to play cars. He loves playing cars. But that means I have to get on my hands and knees and roll around with these Hot Wheels just like that. So the other day, I'm doing that, and I get down, and all I hear is pop, 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 pop. I mean, it sounded like somebody put a bag of Orville Redenbachers in the microwave. Those are my knees. Pop, 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 pop it. So maybe I need to get adjusted. I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all have the same struggles, okay? So at least I'm not dealing with some of the questions that this mom is getting asked.
So I just dropped my son off at preschool, and another little boy comes up to me and says, "Where's Josiah's other mom?" I'm like, "He only has one mom." And this little boy says, "No, he has two. He has you, and then he has the pretty mom, the one that picks him up from school every day."
Okay, that was Christina. And just in case you didn't know what she was talking about, she was saying that before she drops her kids off at school, she's just like, however she wakes up, she's ready to like work out. Nothing is really done. And then after she drops them off, that's when she gets ready. She gets nice. That is the pretty mom. She is both moms, the rough one at the beginning of the day and the pretty one who picks them up. And I understand you, Christina, because the mom who drops my son off is a completely different woman than the one who picks him up at the end of the day. So I feel you there. Somebody even stopped me the other day and commented and said I look completely different. I know. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready for TV when I drop him off early in the morning. Okay, cut us a little slack. Yeah, but usually kids, they are the coldest. I mean, they are the ones to point that out, right? And your own, they can be the toughest as well, especially when they don't appreciate all the extra hoops you jump through to manage them, like this.
We need to be there by 7, so we need to be pulling in by 6:45, so we need to leave by 6:15, so the kids need to eat by 6, so I need to start cooking by 5:30, so the kids need to be picked up by 5:15, so I need to leave by 4:45, so I need to be done my meetings by 4, so I need to text my husband and remind him by 3, so I need to complete my deliverables by 2.
That was Soliana, and I get your girl as well. The mom math, like that mental load is a lot. And I pretty much miscalculate every morning, I will admit. I mean, if I have to get to school by this time, he has to eat by this time, he has to get dressed by this time, brush his teeth by this, every morning I'm a bit off. I'm still working on my mom math. I'm also still working on my gentle parenting, which a lot of us millennial moms are doing. So this mom tried to teach her mom how millennial momming goes, and this is how it worked out.
Be careful. We don't say be careful anymore. Instead say, what's your plan here?
I don't even know my plan. Do you know your plan? Don't stop. Hit your sister.
Don't say stop, say gentle.
Gentle what?
Gentle hands.
Gentle hands is gentle.
Everything. Gentle everything.
Hurry up, we gotta go.
Don't rush. We're fine. Don't rush her. Fine.
I thought we were in a hurry.
If you rush children, it makes them anxious. Don't worry. You always rushed us, and I'm anxious.
Never rushed you. We were always late.
Exactly. And I was anxious because we were always late.
Good job.
Good choice.
Thank you.
No, say good choice.
Watch out.
Do you feel safe here?
I don't feel safe about any of this.
That was Taylor with that video. I gotta say, I'm with the grandma on that. I don't feel good about any of this. I'm getting it all wrong, it feels like. Well, if you are having some trouble with babies, we are gonna get you right today. Again, we have the chiropractor who's in, gonna do some adjusting. And then we've also got an infant massage therapist who's gonna come in and show us some baby hacks that we can all use, okay? You do not wanna miss this show. We'll see you right on the other side of this break. Have those dreams of having a baby turned into you just getting no sleep at all? Well, here to help, we've got the author of 101 Baby Hacks and certified infant instructor, Elina Furman. I did not know that was a thing, I will say.
Yes.
Or infant masseuse.
Yes, there's a whole field, and it's becoming a much bigger trend as parents are more interested in natural solutions than necessarily just starting with a medication or running to the doctor. They finding out that you have the power to help your baby in your hands.
Ah, okay. So in the hands, you're saying we could help with all sorts of things, from gas to sleeping more.
All the baby biggies, right?
Okay,
That's what's so important. It's you know, you don't have time to read thousands of hundreds of pages of books when you're a new parent. You're tired. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, so that's where the book 101 Baby Hacks comes in. Really short bites to help you troubleshoot your baby.
Exactly what we need. Okay, so you've got some demos for us today to get us started.
I mean, sleep is the number one.
Yes.
So I call this the Jedi sleep trick. So you just want to take your index finger and rub from the top of their forehead right down to the top of the nose.
Okay.
And you want to do this. At first you can do it a little faster, and then you slow it down, and it's almost like hypnotic. And then you take 2 of your fingers and you rub from the right at the beginning of the eyebrows, and you draw to the temples.
And then how long do we do this?
So for this, it's really great for younger babies because babies have FOMO. And so when you give them this like sense of like a little bit, this forces them to close their eyes. So this allows you to really almost like hypnotize your baby, really calm them down.
Okay.
And to get them ready for sleep. And it becomes a sleep cue, so.
Do we know how long this will last? Like, will this last into toddler years? Someone wants to know.
It's harder. As they get older, they're onto you. They're like, okay, they're much more active, they're much more mobile. But with massage, because you're doing this every night, if you're doing a regular baby massage, what happens is they become accustomed to that release of serotonin and the decrease in cortisol levels, and which helps regulate their anxiety and increases their melatonin.
Okay.
So over time, they become better sleepers as long as you're consistent with your routine.
All right, I'm going to try this anyway. I'll let you know how it works on 3-year-old. What other hacks can you show us?
The feet are, these are the Calm Me reflexology socks I created. And what's wonderful about the feet is they have all these nerve endings that connect to different parts and organs of the body. So for sleep, you just want to rub right inside the foot, right inside the heel, and then rub down right inside. And this is a really great technique for getting them to fall asleep, and it just calms them down. Babies are so restless and they get fussy very quickly. And then you'll want to just right in the middle of the foot, make small circles with your finger.
So it helps when you have the socks because it's telling you.
It tells you different for instance, the toes are connected to the sinus in the head and the teething, and then the solar plexus is connected to general restlessness and feeling more relaxed. And then there's the pelvis area, and then of course digestion.
Okay. So is this gas right here?
Yes.
Okay.
So gas is a huge culprit, we know, because no matter how many times you burp your baby, their digestive systems are just so immature when they're born. So some really great massages you can do are, first of all, just the basic clockwise massage where you're rubbing in a clockwise direction on the belly. So that's really great. And then you'll want to, again, massage the foot just by rubbing on the upper abdomen and the lower abdomen. And if you do this for about 2 minutes, I've had babies where they haven't pooped for 5 days, and all of a sudden you massage their feet and it's like explode, and parents are so happy.
I mean, as happy as they can be with explosive.
But you know what? There are days where you're like, your baby's crying for 3 days, and as long as they're happy, you're like, I don't care what happens, as long as they're happy.
That is amazing. Okay, so is this something that we're kind of, flipping back and forth between?
Yes, you can, there's really no, again, it's not a precise science in the sense that every baby is going to be different. Your baby might like a belly massage first. Your baby might like their feet massage first. So it's really also about baby massage, getting to know your baby in a way, because like you're never going to stare at your child for 20 minutes and like while you're massaging them. There's never that connection that you make, especially now in our distracted world. So baby massage not only is so therapeutic and preventative, it also allows you to bond with your baby and understand them in a way that you probably would never otherwise.
Right. Are we using any oils, anything like that?
So you can use organic edible grade massage oils, whether it's jojoba, organic coconut oil, anything like that, and just always do a patch test in case they're allergic.
Got it.
So now we also have cold and flu season coming up.
Yes. We had a bout with that, so please share that with us.
I mean, that's super frustrating because your baby is just completely like crying and they're sniffly and they don't have the ability to clear the mucus from their nose, from their back. So there are a few techniques. This is called drum roll. And so basically you just kind of want to pat your baby's back.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of mucus, and you can use your fingers as well. And I also created this tool called the Call Me Baby Massager, which vibrates. And this is also dispels when you use a vibrational tool on your baby's back. A lot of respiratory therapists use different vibrational tools, and this really clears that phlegm and mucus from their back. And then you can do their chest as well because they can't cough. They don't have the reflex for coughing yet. So this is a really good way of just getting rid of all that phlegm, just using a vibrational tool, or again, just use your fingers and just tap, tap, tap.
Okay, although it's not a science, we might be doing this for,
see how your baby feels, but I would go for, especially when they're sick, like 2 to 3 minutes a day.
Oh, okay.
And if it's their nasal congestion, you'll want to take your fingers, I call this the slide, and just rub down on the bridge of their nose, the sides, and this really helps with that lymphatic drainage. As we know, when you're doing your own kind of skincare massage, that all of that is just kind of a phlegm is lodged in their sinuses, and this really helps clear. So just as long as you're massaging their sinuses at least once a day when they're sick, it's really going to make a big difference for overall, and it boosts their immunity so they won't even get sick as much. So if you're doing a full body massage, which I have explanations of in the book, if you do that massage, they won't get sick as much because their immunity is going to be significantly,
love that. Okay, all right. You have taught us so much. I'm going to put this baby is tired of me rubbing its eyes. Okay. And where can people get the book?
So people can pre-order now at Amazon, and it's going to be in all bookstores, Barnes & Noble, all the bookstores in October.
All right. Appreciate the hacks. We need them all. 101 baby hacks. You guys check it out after this break. Did you know you can get your back cracked while you're pregnant? I mean, professionally, of course. We're going to show it to you after this. We know if you are pregnant, you're were definitely working your back. So can you actually get it adjusted during pregnancy? Here to answer that question, we've got Dr. Marquetta Giles, the owner of Spinal Perceptions Chiropractic and Wellness Care. We also have Nicole here, who is, how far are you?
34 weeks.
34 weeks. Okay, girl. So, Dr. Giles, this is something I did not know about. You're saying you can actually get adjusted, your back can get adjusted while you're pregnant.
Absolutely. We encourage it as early as the second trimester, just to prepare your body for your labor and delivery, and then just to keep you functional during pregnancy.
Oh, okay. So how much popping and cracking are we doing? How intense does it get?
We're doing everything, child. We're doing everything.
Okay, all
but
right.
chiropractic care during your pregnancy is safe, effective, and gentle. What we're focusing on is aligning the areas that the baby's going to come out of, particularly your pelvis, your round ligaments, and your sacral bones.
So is this specifically to help with the birthing process, or just being pregnant in general and all the pains that we get from that?
All of it, actually, because the more in alignment those areas are, the pelvis and sacral bone, the easier it is for the baby to engage the cervix when you get further along, like week 37, 38, and you're getting closer to that delivery time.
Okay, Nicole, have you been experiencing any pregnancy pains? It's
Yes,
like, yes.
extreme sometimes.
Oh, really?
Pelvic, back aches.
Okay, all right, Dr. Giles, what can we do to help?
Listen,
What can you do to help?
we're going to take care of it all. The first thing that we do is we do a very thorough initial assessment to determine what is actually causing the discomfort and where are those areas. Because we always think about the lower back, which a lot of ladies come in with lower back discomfort, but we also have to think about the front of the spine as well, where we're talking about that round ligament discomfort and that pubic pain as well. That can also play a factor in feeling like that lightning crouch sensation a lot of women complain about when they get further along, or that heaviness down here. So there is a solution for that. You don't have to suffer.
Okay, and then when it comes to maybe she's still working and has some upper back problems or pain there, what can you do?
Actually, there are some things, some stretches that you can particularly back, opening up that front chest cavity and then bringing them all the way forward to help open up this back up in here as well. That's very important, especially for the ladies who are postpartum, they're breastfeeding and they're getting that extra back tension in here too.
Oh, yes, I remember that vividly.
Yes.
All right. All right. Anything else that you could do, you know, in a position like this where you don't have to be laying down? Because sometimes that's hard for women who are further along.
With her being able to sit right here, there are some things that we're able to do, especially when it comes to being able to feel the back here, so we can feel particularly those areas of tension. And even with the ladies sitting, we're able to actually press down on the pelvis to be able to determine which one is mainly causing more tension. That lets me know what we need to focus on and what at-home exercises we need to send the mama home with as well.
Okay, and you've had women call you while they're already in labor?
They will call while they are in labor. Now, they are particularly patients that are already existing patients, but we can take a mom even when she's in that early stages of their prodromal labor, because she's going to feel a lot of pressure in that sacral tailbone area, around the glutes, as well as down below. So yes, works wonders.
Okay, all right. I'm like, whoa, there's a lot already happening. But I love that could help move things along if that's what they need.
Absolutely, and also helps with the recovery as well. A lot of our ladies who are able to have the care during their pregnancy have also discussed that they've had an easier recovery time frame, so they're able to get up and move around a lot easier than they did when they did not have care with previous deliveries.
Okay, and Nicole, you've actually done this for your first child.
Second.
Second child. Okay, so this is your
child.
second.
This is my third.
Third. Oh, girl. Okay, all right. All right. So your second child. What was the process like for you?
It was, once I started to attend chiropractic care, I just felt a difference in the shift in my body. It was much easier to give birth. It was actually a VBAC. So this will be my
Explain,
third.
VBAC.
VBAC is birth after a cesarean. So my first one was a cesarean, second one was a VBAC, and I give it to the spinal care.
Yeah,
Yes.
I will say, you know, I have a friend who really was working on that, had a cesarean, and a lot of times they tell you it's really almost impossible to have a birth without doing another cesarean. But you're saying
Yes,
adjustments can help make that happen.
Absolutely,
Okay.
especially if it was one of those things where maybe the labor was just taking a little bit long to progress.
Who knew? Okay, so are there moms who are ineligible to get adjusted during their pregnancy?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
What we focus on primarily is doing that thorough exam to make sure there aren't any underlying health issues that maybe we need to make some modifications.
Okay.
So maybe instead of laying down, they may need to sit up, or instead of laying face down with the prenatal pillow, maybe they need to lay on their side, depending upon what else is going on. But there are modifications that can be made, and there's a tool that I utilize to do an adjustment. So if your hands is not one of the methods that we need to use to have an adjustment tool, it accomplishes the same thing.
Is there a certain amount of time where the baby can also get adjusted, or the child?
Absolutely. We have mamas who would deliver, you know, within the first couple of days, and they'll come in with their baby. So we always tell them within 2 to 4 weeks with a vaginal birth, and some come in a little bit sooner because they want to get their babies checked. And if they're under care with us during their pregnancy, we do a free assessment on the baby once the babies are born.
And what does that help with getting the baby adjusted?
Oh my goodness. Think about the physical stress the mom goes through with the labor, the contractions, the uterus contracting, all the stress on her physical body and mentally. The baby feels those same things. So that first misalignment occurs during the birthing process. So it can affect them having issues like torticollis, latching, getting comfortable, being restless in the car seat. You know, some babies don't want to ride in the car seat, and we'll start checking them, and they'll have misalignments or tension in the upper portion of their spine, constipation. Colic is a huge thing as well.
Yes.
Just that overall stress in the nerves will affect how those areas function, and we're able to provide a natural approach for that.
My goodness, Dr. Giles, where were you 4 years ago when I needed you? All right, well, thank you so much for coming from Spinal Perceptions, and thank you, Nicole, for being our model. Guys, we will have so much that we learned today. We'll have a couple takeaways, though, after this commercial break. Hey, besties, you ready for a magical night with Boyz II Men, Robin Thicke, and 112? Listen to the Mad Hatter Show on Magic 102.1 and call in with the keyword of the day for a chance to score tickets. Good luck, besties. Thank you for joining me for another Chat with Chelsea. Dr. Giles, what's your final tip for today?
You know, taking preventative action during your pregnancy is crucial. Pain during your pregnancy is common, but it doesn't have to be normal.
I like that. Okay, and get some assistance if you need it and massage that baby. We'll have some hacks from today on Chelsea Show Fox. Check out our social media pages, and we'll see you on the next Chat with Chelsea.